Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tim and this is Tim the Trailman, and today I'm going to do a quick review or my opinion on whether or not winter tires, dedicated winter tires, are worth it compared to a traditional all-terrain tire if you're living anywhere in a cold climate with snow, ice, and just cold weather in general. Real quick, this is the first video that I'm filming in my recently renovated garage. Now there's a wall between my house and garage, so I get to do all the work here without making too much noise or having smells go into the house. But let's jump right into it. On the screen, you'll see the Nokian Hakkapeliitta LT3s. These are their studless version. They do make a studded version. Also on the screen, you'll see the Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runner ATs. Neither one of these are sponsored. The Goodyear Wranglers came with the truck, and then the Nokian Hakkapeliitta LT3s I purchased with wheel and tire package from TireRack.com. They didn't give them to me. I paid full price plus a ton of money to ship them to Alaska. So real quick, just so you don't have to wait till the end of the video, my opinion is going to be a winter tire is the way to go. I'm only telling you that now because you don't have to wait till the end of the video. And if you did want to know right away, you could just forward to the end. This is YouTube. Let's jump into why I went ahead and spent the money. Wheels and tires from TireRack.com shipped to Alaska was about $3,200. So that's a lot of money. The truck I paid about $70,000 for. So in my opinion, it could be worth trying to have a better tire in the winter. And I've never lived anywhere outside of the South where if it snowed, the whole town shut down, AKA Atlanta. Also, there are two other tires that are better than this type of winter tire. The first one being a studded tire. The second being tires with chains. Chains are going to be your best bet, especially driving on ice. Studs will do well, but not as well as chains. I own chains and I would have gotten studded tires, but it was January when I was ordering and that was pretty late in the season to be getting specialized tires. So the winter tire was great. The other common one is the Bridgestone Blizzak. That's the most common tire up here in Alaska as well. Let me rewind for a second and show you on the screen maybe why I wanted some winter tires. So one of these events, I did not have the winter tires. I had the Goodyears on, and the other one I had the winter tires on. These type of events are going to be inevitable if you're going to drive in harsh climates. Harsh being snow or ice. Now that you can see a few close calls would make me want to have the best traction available, and ideally you can't run in chains all the time anyways. Chains are going to be for that ice. It's only going to be up to 30 miles an hour, and it's going to be for going like up hills and things like that. So you're not driving around town with chains on. Just for clarity there, you're going to want studless or a studded pair of tires. You can drive at all speeds with studded tires. Nokian Hakkapeliitta LT3s, they are going to be special for winter just like the Blizzaks would be because they have all of these sipes. They have all these little cuts in the tire. That's going to help the tire flex and mold and grip, and it's going to pack a lot of snow in there. So according to my research, snow grips to snow better than rubber sticks to snow. Now, of course, the compound is going to be softer as well, so it doesn't become hard and brittle during the cold climates. Now, when I'm talking cold, here in Fairbanks, we only get down to about 40 below for a couple weeks out of the year. So nothing too crazy there, but cold weather climate is Alaska. The other piece of it is these are directional, and so are the Blizzaks. So you're not going to want to rotate them a lot or at all during the winter. I probably put about 3,000 miles on them, and next year I'm going to put them back in any random corner that they fit with the direction on them. So you're going to have special grooves cut in them with the sipes. You're going to have it to be directional to tread or get rid of all that water. And then you're going to have that compound that is going to be good for it as well. The other thing cool with the LT3 is they put on the tire an 80, a 60, and a 48% wear down. So I'm guessing they're going to recommend getting rid of these tires at that 48% because after that, that soft compound is no longer there actually on the tire. To my understanding, they put a hard rubber underneath the soft compound. So if you were to drive on these during the summertime or for too long in a warmer climate, that soft rubber is going to melt away and wear down faster, and you're basically throwing your money away. This is April. It is April 21st right now when I'm filming this, and this is when I'm doing the swap over. There's still a little snow on my street, but all in town, it is clear. The weather is warming up and we're only getting down into the 20s right now and the highs are in the 40s. The Goodyear Wrangler AT, it's going to be a good tire. I drove on it for about 2.5 months when I first moved up here. It has some sipes in it. The compound's not going to be the same. It's not directional and it's just not designed for snow, ice, and things like that. I did own the chains when I had these tires on it, and when I put the chains on the Goodyear AT, it worked just the same as a winter tire. So if you are just going to run an all-terrain tire all year, you can definitely put chains on either one. And my sizes match. They had the 20-inch wheel in stock, the same as the factory, and these are 275, 65, 20, so just about a 34-inch tall tire. Both are in a load range E, because the 2500 is a 3/4 ton truck. And I wasn't gonna run anything that wasn't spec for the truck, because I was still using the truck to haul things like heating oil and gravel to my house during the winter time. I wanted to film this video at the end of the season because I didn't really know if it was going to be worth it or not. And what I can tell you is, even after I put them on, I thought I could drive around in 2-wheel drive, going up and down hills on blacktop paved roads. Not my road that's 8 miles of dirt and on the mountain. I thought going to town, I could put the truck in 2-wheel drive. That wasn't the case at all. The truck weighs about 4,000 pounds in the front, 4,000 pounds in the back. And so even with all of that weight in 2-wheel drive, trying to go over the mountains and just kind of up hills, I still had to leave it in 4 high, and the tires did great. I do believe it could have been a placebo effect, or it could have been the real deal, that the winter tire is a better tire over an all-terrain. Now, some people here in town will just run a good all-terrain tire year-round, maybe on an SUV, maybe a Jeep, or maybe even a 3/4 ton truck themselves, and they are okay with it. My first year being up here, I went ahead and spent the money. I'm glad that I did. This next season, I'll go ahead and put these back on the truck, and I'm going to be looking to put a pair of studded tires on either our FJ Cruiser or our Toyota 4Runner, just to see the difference, because the SUVs will be the dailies come next season. They're just not here this year. Let me know in the comments what your questions are, what your experience are with winter tires versus all-terrain tires. I do have mud terrain tires on the FJ Cruiser right now, some BF Goodrich KM3s, and they are relatively useless when there is ice. They are decent in the snow, and if it was super cold outside, I've been told that mud terrain compound will freeze up, harden, and be pretty useless. Now, I do know some people that run them up here, but I just couldn't see that mud terrain staying on the FJ Cruiser during the winter next season. My short experience, short term, been here for 6 months, winter tires, all-terrain tires, and now mud terrain tires, I do believe that it is worth the money. And you don't necessarily have to buy wheel and tires for your vehicle. You can definitely just buy tires and go down to the tire shop and have them switched out at the beginning of winter and at the end of winter. Here in Fairbanks, there's just not enough labor force. People wait in line for over 12 hours and may not even get serviced the same day when they're taking their winter tires and putting them on their vehicle predominantly at the end of fall. The winter time when it's ending, people kind of spread that out a little bit more, but I didn't want to wait. I have the tools here to do it in my garage. I can just store these in my Connex outside and then put these back on the truck, and I'm good to go. So I don't have to pay for labor every year, and the tires can stay stored outside while the winter tire's on, and vice versa. There again, tell me what your experience is, what your questions are. Do you believe that about $3,200, now granted it's going to be a little bit cheaper in the lower 48, the shipping to get them up here was about $675, and if the tire stores here had them in stock, I probably could have saved a little bit of money there as well. But yeah, that's it. That's my opinion on winter tires versus all-terrain tires. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.